Hey guys, how's it going? Your boy, Dalyxman. Welcome to another edition of Dalyxman's Q&A Corner. If you have a question for me, please go to my Facebook page, and when I ask for your questions, leave it down in the comments and I'll answer as many as I can. So let's go ahead and get started. Do you think Seth Rollins versus Sting should have been at SummerSlam? You could argue that Sting versus Seth Rollins should have been at SummerSlam. I'm not really gonna say no to that. I wouldn't be against it. I'll get more into that as the weeks go by. I don't know how to feel about that match as of right now. Maybe towards Night of Champions, I might say yes, it should have been at SummerSlam. As of right now, I'm just kind of like, alright, it will most likely be a good match, but in terms of, oh, this is a big money match, it should have happened at SummerSlam. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens. But as of right now, I don't know how to feel about that. When do you see Cesaro main eventing a WrestleMania? Huh. Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, he could do it next year if they pushed him and had him win the Royal Rumble. I would have him be one of the participants to win the Royal Rumble. I think he'd be a great guy to win and go to the main event of WrestleMania. I think he could fight Brock Lesnar. I would love to see Cesaro versus Brock Lesnar. That would be a match that I think would sell a lot of tickets. In terms of seeing it, knowing WWE, I don't know. Probably, if not this WrestleMania, the next one for sure. If the fans really push for it, Cesaro can definitely main event WrestleMania 33. 32, I don't know. 33, most likely, if he continues to actually be as popular as he is. If Seth Rollins works double duty at Night of Champions, nice. Do you think he will retain against John Cena and Sting? That's a good question. At this time, I'm going to say yes. If it's just Sting versus Rollins, and then Rollins versus John Cena, I can see Rollins coming out the victor of both matches, somehow, some way, dirty or clean, or by interference, whatever. I think, in terms of Seth Rollins being a double champion, he's going to hold the World Championship up to WrestleMania. The U.S. belt he'll drop eventually back to John Cena or to someone else. That will be very soon, actually. I see that happening before the year ends. But in terms of Night of Champions, I do think they're going to ride this out and have him hold both belts for a while. So, yeah, there you go. If you could have 3 male or female wrestlers as roommates, ooh, who would it be? Paige, I'm not even going to think about that one for long. Paige, definitely. That's a college buddy to me. Natalya, she's cool. And Sami Zayn. No, what am I talking about? Paige, Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan. Absolutely. There you go. Those are my buddies right there, man. We wouldn't sleep. That would be pretty awesome. Natalya would be like a close second. That'd be like my side buddy right there. There you go. Even though I don't want this to happen anytime soon, I'm curious on your part, Mr. Dalyxman. Sure. Who would you see ending Seth Rollins' championship reign as the world champion? Wow. I actually don't know. It depends on who's around by WrestleMania. If I was to choose someone, I think Ambrose is the best guy to do it. I think Ambrose, it would make a lot of sense. It would tell an awesome story. It would complete their, it's not a trilogy, but it would complete their series and put a cap on their feud. And, you know, I just think, honestly, if it's not Ambrose, it might be Reigns. I think WWE wants it to be Reigns. I don't think it should be Reigns, not right now. Maybe sometime down the line when they've given him a character and actually let him, you know, show a little bit more than what he's doing right now. Because I think he can be great. I think this feud with Bray Wyatt had all the tools to really make Roman Reigns, and then they just went away from it. Maybe it will get better over time. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I kind of feel like the best guy, as of right now, for me, is Ambrose. But that's just my opinion. Let's continue. If you had to book a 4-way with a superstar from NXT, TNA, ROH, and Lucha Underground, so one wrestler from either company, who would you put in it and who would win? Who would I put in it and who would win? Prince Puma, definitely from Lucha Underground. NXT, let's go Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, Prince Puma, who's also Ricochet, so I'm already like, oh, guys, awesome. ROH, AJ Styles, not even gonna think about it. So, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, Ricochet, and who from TNA? Who does TNA have? Who does TNA have? Austin Aries is in ROH right now, so. Man, I would have said Austin Aries. I would have said him if he was still in TNA. I don't know who to put in there. I don't watch TNA right now. Who's over in TNA that's good? Oh, Ethan Carter III. Is that the only one they got? Is Jeff Hardy still there? I'm gonna say Jeff Hardy. So, recap. Sami Zayn, Jeff Hardy. Then I would have AJ Styles from ROH. And then I would have... Who was the other one? TNA, ROH, Lucha Underground, Prince Puma, Ricochet. There you go. That would be an awesome match. Let's do that. Do you think Rusev can get another championship run someday? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I see him being a IC champion down the line if he continues to be, you know, as awesome as he is. I'm a big Rusev fan. I think he's a great worker. I like his style of wrestling. I like his look. I like him. He's an entertaining guy. And Summer Rae as a valet works for him. I think Summer Rae is a great valet, by the way. A great heel valet. But, Dalyxman, if WWE offered you a contract to be a wrestler, would you accept it? A wrestler? Me? Really? Guys, look at me. Look at this. Look at this. I am skinny. See this? Look at that. Round my freaking wrist. That's how skinny I am. I have long fingers, but that's not the point. I can't wrestle. The fights I've been in fights, but it's like, I can count on one hand how many fights I've been in. I'm not a fighter, guys. I've never been someone that would, you know, pick a fight with people. I would defend myself when it comes time to it. That was Facebook. I apologize. I just never been someone to fight. I've just never been that guy. So I really can't say if I would take it. I think it's a great opportunity. If they offered me training before then, of course I'd go to NXT. But I've never wrestled a day in my life, so I don't even know if I would be a good wrestler. I don't know. It's a hard decision. We'll have to see, right? Right now, I want to say no. But if it ever does come up, I might just jump on it. You never know. If they actually do teach me. So, do you think the commentators should actually call the moves and wrestle holds the right way, like JR used to do? Yes. 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 One more, Daniel Bryan. Yes. Good God, man. That's what fans have been crying about. Well, not crying about. I should use my words carefully. That's what we've been complaining about over the last decade. These commentators aren't calling the matches anymore. Since they went PG, I shouldn't say decade, that's a long time ago. But they're not calling the matches anymore. They're just, I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's not commentary. But you can't blame JBL, Cole, or Jerry for any of this because they're just doing what the company is telling them to do. You know, I think Cole, when he's doing these interview segments in his own jurisdiction, I think he's awesome. As a matter of fact, he actually did a commentary on NXT one time, and he was perfectly fine. It's not the commentators, it's what they're doing with them, so, yeah. What were your thoughts on WWE in 2002? I think that was a good year. The NWO came around. Chris Jericho was that double champion, the very first undisputed champion. Let's see, Triple H returned. We did The Rock and Hogan at WrestleMania. Austin and Scott Hall, that was very underrated, by the way. WrestleMania 18 was a good WrestleMania. The Royal Rumble in 2002 was a good Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar's debut. SummerSlam 2002, one of my favorite SummerSlams, yes. Lesnar's run, not bad. Survivor Series 2002 was actually good as well. Yeah, it was just a good overall year. Eric Bischoff debuted. He was the heel general manager. Stephanie McMahon was the general manager on SmackDown. That was the beginning of the brand. Well, yeah, that was the beginning of the brand station. And Ric Flair was the GM of Raw for a short time period. That was cool. Debuted Evolution. The very first chamber match. That was a great year. Really good year. I had no complaints about that whatsoever. Well, yeah, if you haven't seen anything from 2002, you definitely go watch it. If you had to make it right now, what would your WrestleMania main event be? Sting and Taker. The Undertaker versus Sting. That is the match that should close off the show. That is the final time we will see either one of them. It's a serenade. It is a going away party, man. That to me would be the best way to end WrestleMania 32. These two having their last match in wrestling. That's what I would do. If not that, Bryan versus Lesnar. Ha! Who would you have beat Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship? Charlotte. Definitely. Of course, Sasha Banks is a runner-up, and Paige is the next runner-up. I don't know. I think Charlotte's the best wrestler. It's the best personality. Well, I wouldn't say personality. I should watch myself. That's Sasha Banks. She's the best overall diva, and someone I think fans will respect more as Divas champion. Sasha would be awesome as well, but I think her reign will come later on. So I'm not worried about that. So, Charlotte. What would you write for Orton next? How would I book Orton? That's a good question. I haven't seen Orton versus Lesnar at all. So, if we need an opponent for Lesnar, there you go. Orton versus Lesnar. If not Orton versus Lesnar, let's do Orton and Finn Balor. Orton and Finn Balor. Orton should do what John Cena was doing earlier this year, fighting younger talent. I like to see Orton versus Kevin Owens. I like to see Orton versus Sami Zayn. I like to see Orton versus, just pick an NXT talent. That's awesome. And maybe that would be something Orton can do. I think Orton's just... I don't know. Orton, at this point in time, I heard a report that he just wants to take more time off. I think he's almost about done. He's done everything he could possibly do. What else is there for him to do? He's main evented WrestleMania. He's won the Royal Rumble. He's a multiple-time world champion. He unified the belts against John Cena. Heel, face, fought everyone. Has a victory over the best. He's been around since 2002. 13-year career. If he wants to call it a day, it's a great time to do it. Because I have no idea what to do with the guy except for just having him pretty much do what John Cena was trying to do, which was wrestle with the younger talent and put them over. That's all I got. Cody Rhodes, do you think that he should win the Royal Rumble? Sure. I think that would be a great pick to win Royal Rumble next to Cesaro. Who is your favorite heel superstar of all time? All time? Jesus Christ. Oh shoot, I don't think I can pick one. There's too many. Jake the Snake Roberts, Piper, Ted DiBiase, there we go. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I love that guy. That guy was awesome as a heel. Hogan really drew some heat as a heel character. But he was cool to hate though, so it's either between Hogan or Piper. I can't decide. Let's go with Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And for the final question, hey Dalyxman, my birthday just passed. Can I get a birthday shout out? Happy birthday, Iacide Johnson. I can't even say your name correctly. Will you ever bring back Wrestle Wine with Preston? Maybe. And what's your favorite Power Ranger season? The first season. There you go, guys. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys in my next Q&A. Your boy Dalyxman signing off. Peace.